Yo, what's up, Heatindacity? Film, it's your boy Heat. Back at again with our interview. Today we got
Mace Tomlin, artist, producer, engineer, stuntman.
Oh, you wanna post some hoes? Oh, you wanna post some bands? Oh, you wanna post some clothes? Oh, you wanna post your mans? Oh, you wanna post your demons? Oh, you wanna post your plans? Oh, you wanna post your friends? I can
feel me, all that and the above. You feel me? How you doing today, brother?
I'm good. Life's good. You know, the weather's nice here for once, so can't complain.
Nah, I feel for real. We've been getting a lot of shitty ass rain, bro.
Yeah.
So for the people who don't know, where you from?
I'm from here originally. Currently based in Miami, Florida, though.
Oh yeah, what made you move down to Miami? That shit different.
Yeah, I love Miami. I love the speed of it. Compared to here, it's a little bit faster. And you know, I spent 4 years in New York too, and so I'm just like, I've gotten to the point in my life where I'm like used to the speed of it. I do love being here though, as like a switch up, but I just need it a little faster. And then the music down there, it's just, there's a lot going on. In terms of like a lot of different sounds and a lot of different people, and so it was like an opportunity thing more than anything.
No, you definitely gotta take the opportunities life give you for sure. Yeah. So what was like the culture like for you growing up in Pittsburgh?
It was smooth. I loved it growing up here. I'm a sports guy, and so obviously like Pittsburgh cares a lot about sports. So, you know, playing football and basketball and baseball and running track, like doing all that stuff, like there's a lot of good environments for development as a kid here. In terms of music too, like, you know, there's not too much going on in terms of like large scale like music industry kind of stuff, but there are people here and genuinely good people that want to work and are very talented, and so I think it's a good place to grow as a person. It may not be the best place in terms of like taking it like global, but in terms of like developing your skill and finding who you are as a person, I think it's a great place.
Damn, I ain't gonna lie, you definitely, you like the way you put it there, bro, because a lot of people throw shade at the city saying it's not this, it's not that, bro, but it's like, you feel me, it's really, I feel like it's underrated.
That's what I tell people too, like I don't live here currently, but like with a family I would come back. You know what I mean? Like, it's not for me in this stage of my life, but like if I had kids and I was 35, 40, like I would be here. You know?
Nah, yeah, it's definitely like a chillest place to like, you know, chill and grow a family for sure.
Yeah.
So like, you know, you were talking a little bit about football and shit like that. So let's get this question the fuck out the way. So what was it like, you know, just like growing up in the like that football household that you grew up in, like, you know, your dad being the coach and everything?
It's kind of hard to answer that. I get that question a lot, and it's kind of hard to answer it because I don't know anything else. You know, like, I mean, obviously, like, we had a competitive household, but like we had a competitive household because we're competitive people, and I don't know that it had anything to do with like the way that he was raised or the way that he raised us, or like the profession that he's in. It's kind of just a household full of competitive people, you know, and obviously there are elements of that become part of my personality, just being around like my brother and stuff who was into a lot of the same stuff that I was in. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have a real answer in terms of like what it was like.
No, I understand, bro. You know, you feel me? It was a question everybody won't want to know.
Yeah.
But so, also, like, does he, like, you know, do he support what you do? Like, because, like, you're not playing football, so, like, you know, sometimes kids want their kids to do what they're doing, but, like, you know, so does he support you with your music and everything you do?
He never really cared what we were into, as long as you were into something, you know, and I definitely did appreciate that. Like, as long as you are passionate about something and attack it with a forward lean, you know, he was all in on it. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it.
No, that's love. That's a great father right there. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of dads don't be like that. So what made you get into music, and like, how was your first steps towards it?
Yeah, I've always been kind of like a musical person. Just like when I was younger, I would gravitate towards instruments. Like I started playing drums, and you know, we had a piano at the crib, and so I would play the piano when I like walk by it and stuff, and I kind of just would like randomly teach myself different instruments and stuff, and I didn't realize that it was like my thing until later on. It was kind of just always something that I just enjoyed to do, and then I was probably 12 or 13 and started making beats on the computer on the GarageBand.
Oh, it's crazy because a lot of people, that's how like they get started with the GarageBand, bro. Because that shit's fire. Like, what's that other BandLab? Like, you feel me? Just being able to do shit like where you're at on your phone, it makes it like a really great learning experience. No lie.
For sure. And I think it's cool that there isn't that many barriers to entry. Like, if you're passionate about it, like there are a lot of free options where money is not like an issue, and you can learn and sharpen your skills. And then once you realize, like that's kind of what happened with me. Like I started on the GarageBand for like a year or so. And I was like, all right, like, I feel like I've done everything that I can do with this program. And then I moved on and I graduated to other things. And I think that the fact that you can do that is extremely cool.
No, that's fire. That's fire for sure. So, what would you say is your biggest inspirations? When it comes to your music, is it like your family? Is it the people around you? Is it just like people, music artists in general?
These days, it's a lot of just life experience. Like I feel like you have to live and try to, because you can only really talk about like what you know. And so I try to just be more observant of things happening around me and the things happening to me and the things that I'm doing. I feel like that's like my biggest inspiration as of now. When I was younger, I feel like I used to try to like mimic my favorite artist more, and I do think there was value in that, and that I learned to do a lot of different things. But in terms of like finding yourself from like an artistic standpoint, I wouldn't advise to do that. But I do think from a technical standpoint, it was very, you know what I mean? Because like I started producing, and so I would look at my favorite producers and like their beats, and I was like, how would I make this beat? And so I would like spend hours trying to like recreate beats,
Yeah.
And like at the end of the day, like, did it sound anything like what they were making? Probably not, but I learned a lot through that process, and so there was growth in that. But in terms of like, you kind of just have to do your own thing in terms of like finding your niche and your sound.
No, facts. You definitely gotta just take life and like, as it goes on, you're gonna learn lessons on like, oh, I should make this better, I should do this to make that better. And then I feel like it'll just come out at the end. As long as you just don't give up and keep on trying to be better, 1% better every day. That's the goal.
And the thing is too, like there's a lot of like information, and there's a lot of people out there, and so like if you're like too aware of it, it's easy to get overwhelmed and like feel like I need to, this person got hot doing this, so I need to like study this and take what they're doing. Like at the end of the day, like you can only do what you should only do what you know, because that's what you're going to be best at, And so yeah, I feel like just like for me, at least with an inspiration standpoint, like I try not to pay too much attention to stuff these days.
No, I feel for sure. But don't be. You also can't be like nervous or scared to like step out and try something different.
Oh yeah. Again, like there is growth in trying new stuff and trying different styles and experimenting in different styles. But at the end of the day, like I do that. But I also, as I'm doing that, you actively have to say like, okay, this is cool, but how do I make it feel more like me?
No, you know, you gotta add your own sauce to it for sure. So what would you say, because I know like you're a producer, you make music, you DJ events. I saw you DJ in events last night. So like what would you say is like your biggest passion, or what you like to do the most?
Making music, like my own like songs, is my favorite thing. DJing and producing. I started producing. I always tell people like producing's like playing video games for me now. Like I do it professionally, but I would be doing it recreationally too if nobody was watching. Like it's like playing Madden for me essentially. But making songs and performing them on stage is like what makes me the happiest.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like, cause I don't make no music, but just being on there, like being on stage, like, cause I do my own shows, but just like hyping people up, like, you feel me, making them laugh, making them smile. It's like, you feel me. I feel like it just gives you a different type of feeling in your body, bro.
And
so
it's always cool to see too, like songs that you make. Like I record alone a lot, like in the studio, and it's always cool to see stuff like, just to see stuff carry over, you know what I mean? Like I could be really excited about it in the moment as a solo person, but then you get on stage and to see other people gravitate towards it too is always really cool.
Yeah, for sure. So, like, I know you recently dropped a song with Bear One Boss. Mm-hmm. So how did that collab all come about?
Yeah, so I've been working a lot with my producer, White Tom, who's actually over here in the corner getting a video, dog. Yeah. But we've been working a lot together. We've been working on this album that we're about to drop for like 2 years. My dog. We worked on this album for like 2 years, and so we had a bunch of songs. I think the one we just dropped posted might have been the first one. We had like just met, and he sent me a pack of beats, and I kind of was just in my bedroom and just ripped a couple of them. And I think posted was like, it might have been the first, second, or third. It was like really early on, and we really liked the song, and he knows Bear more personally than I do, and we got an opportunity and had an open on it, and we were like, dude, like, who would be fire on this Bear? And we sent it to him, and he loved it and sent the verse back, and it was really cool.
That's fire for sure. So like, since you just hopped in here, bro, tell everybody who you are and like where you from.
Oh yeah, bro. White Tom, producer. I'm straight from here, from the city. I went to high school in Silicon Valley, like out Cranberry area. I've been around. I was in LA for a few years and stuff. I just came back, like, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
I went down to work with my buddy B. Murr at he's a videographer too.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with
At 1708. He was like, "Yo, my boy Mace is coming through." I was like, all right, bet. I got some beats for him and shit. So I think it was, me, you, and Smiles and him, right? Yeah, that was like the first time. Shout out to homie Smiles, too.
Hey, shout out Smiles for real. That nigga be going hard, especially with the RS retreat.
No, time out. Smiles, shout out. He put on for the city harder than anybody I know.
Nah,
we got to shout him out.
That boy be marketing like a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie,
He be working.
Real shit.
And he just had a baby. So, yeah, definitely shout out. Congratulate, bro. You feel me?
But yeah, really, it was that. I just pulled up. I think we made Where the Time Goes, which is actually on here too. I think it was that one.
No, but that wasn't the first day, though.
I think it was.
It might have been.
It was that. You did that. You did 82 and 0.
You're right.
Freestyle.
You're right. I'll hold your slide.
And then what else was there? There was another.
He said he started putting out receipts and shit.
Oh, and then it was Hose Mad. Yeah, that was our first day of making the our music together and shit.
That's crazy.
Just the first intro to us and shit.
Wait, time out. There's a flag on the play, bro. How he just named hella songs, bro. We only got 2 jams from you yet, bro. So when we getting the rest? Like, you got an album coming?
Yeah,
what you working on?
So we do have an album on the way at the end of this month. But before that, we have a song called Hose Mad that'll be dropping in 2 weeks. And I think it's one of those ones. We got a lot of cool stuff cooking, but Hose Mad might be one of those ones.
Oh yeah, all right. I'm gonna be on the lookout. You feel me? I'm heat watching. So, but so when we get in the music video, like
for Post It,
for everything, bro.
We got the Post It music video loaded. And then with the album coming up, we got a lot of cool stuff loaded. I don't want to say too much about it now.
Yeah, you gotta keep some shit.
But I will say the Post It music video is coming, and I'm really happy with it. Yeah, we shot it out in Scottsdale, Arizona. Shout out Scottsdale, Arizona. Dude.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Tempe pretty hard though. They go hard down in Tempe.
It's a vibe. We had a good time
out there
sure.
Surely, no doubt. Arizona State, that shit lit.
I ain't gonna lie. That's why I want to move out and retire. I love Arizona so much for sure. It's like the whole culture down there.
Yeah, it was a good vibe. But we shot that video out there. Yeah, man, we just got a lot of cool stuff coming with this album, and I think the coolest thing about it is like we got a lot of cool stuff coming, but we worked through it, and so we got a lot of cool stuff coming after the album too.
Yeah,
which is a good feeling.
No, that's fire for sure. So like I know you moved around a lot and stuff like that. So do you feel like you found your resting spot, or like is it just for now? Or
in Miami, I mean I love Miami, but I love New York City too. And so I'll probably end up back in New York City at some point. It'll be Miami for now just because I'm sick of moving.
Yeah.
But I love New York.
Bro, how do you like New York with all that fucking traffic?
I don't even mind because you don't need a car. Like, it's because you don't need a car, like the traffic doesn't really affect you as much. Like, I lived in LA for a year. And the traffic in LA is brutal, like to the point where like I'm desensitized now. Like if you tell me like something's gonna take an hour, I'm like cool, because it takes an hour to get everywhere in LA. Down the street, like an hour.
Have you been down the? I'm pretty sure you've been down the ATL, right?
Yeah, I'll be in ATL.
So like you see like when they get packed on the highway, niggas be driving back up the ramps, bro. Like that shit different. You feel me?
It's in LA too for sure. Not
on the
really
101.
Yeah, the 101, bro. It gets
Miami traffic is treacherous, but it's not. LA and Atlanta are different breeds.
Nah, real shit. Yeah.
So what's some of the advice would you give to Pittsburgh culture? Like you being in a bigger city, Miami, and like you feel me. I know like people feel like Miami's a better city than Pittsburgh. So what's some advice would you give to like for us to like be better? Right?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is like, and this is just something I've learned from being gone, is like there's a lot more happening there, just strictly because there's more people, but there's more happening from a variety standpoint. And I think here, because there's less of it, it's easier to see a group of people getting successful or getting more popular doing something, and to say like, okay, this is how I make it out, or this is the way I should be doing it. Whereas in Miami or LA or New York, like there's a lot of different stuff going on, and so I think it's harder to be influenced by like current sounds and trends and stuff. I think here, like there's a lot of cool stuff going on here, but I think it's a lot of the same. And I think
like copy and paste.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like there are people that do it really well, and there are people that don't do it as well. And I think the people that don't do it as well should probably experiment more in terms of like trying to find like what my sound is as opposed to like what the city sound is, quote unquote. Because I'm from here, but I don't think my music sounds like it's from here at all.
No,
you know,
you definitely don't. I ain't gonna lie. So like speaking of like, you know, your sound, do you feel like you found your market or your sound for your music, or are you still testing out waves and stuff?
I know, yeah, dude. I feel like for the moment we have for the moment, but I mean, I'm always working. I'm always trying stuff. Like I listen to everything. I try other genres and stuff. Like we got some rock stuff coming out.
Ooh,
that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be cool. You know what I mean? And so I feel like I've found it for the moment. But I'm growing as a person. I'm evolving as an artist every day, and so wherever the wind takes me is where we'll end up, you know?
Nah, yeah, I feel it for sure. So is there some artists you haven't collabed with that you would like to collaborate with?
From the city, specifically?
From the city, from anywhere, like, you feel me? Put me deep, put me on.
Dog, me and Shum have to get a song together. I've known Shum for probably 6 months now. Ran into him in LA, which was like, it was odd that I ran into him in LA. But
places, right?
Yeah, like we're both from Pittsburgh, and I met him in LA.
That's where I met him.
Yeah, but I think he's super talented. It'd be cool to work with him. We just haven't gotten around to it yet. Got some cool stuff with Sticks coming.
Yes, sir.
But always down to work with him. He's such a homie. He's so funny.
Mr. Nitcher.
Mr. Top Nitcher. Please say the Top Nitcher. I'm trying to think of who else.
Mr. Walker and Mr. Nitcher. Either way, I handle business.
Yeah.
Either way. Shout out Sticks. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not too tapped in with what's going on here for right now. It's kind of just the people that I know or know through other people. But I mean, I'm always looking for new stuff. I listen to everything. I'm always tapped in like videos and stuff. I'm like super, like, just as a fan more than like an artist. Like, I love to like see what's happening.
No, yeah. You got to tap in with the Urban Anatomy for videos, bro.
Yeah,
you feel me?
I just seen the HVAC Shum video this morning. I was like, this is fire.
They be snapping going crazy. So I have a question. So, like, you know, like I said, you traveled a lot, so you got to pick one place like to have like a dream show, like, you know, either way, like no matter where it's at, it's gonna be packed out. Like, where would you perform and why?
Here. And I'm gonna say Pittsburgh only for this reason, because I want to stage dive, and I feel like you can only stage dive at festivals and hometown crowds. And if you're telling me I could sell out a hometown crowd and stage dive, run it.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was lit. Bro, I always wanted to, like, you feel me? Like I said, I don't make music, bro, but I'm a lit person, you feel me? Yeah. So I always thought about stage diving. I'm like, bro, I feel like I'm too heavy. Like, niggas probably gonna drop me and shit.
You might be. The thing is that you don't even have to be heavy to get dropped. Sometimes they just decide they're not gonna catch you. But I feel like that's what makes it cool. Like, if they catch you, that's genuine love. Yeah. You know what I mean? If they catch you, that's a trust fall. Like, but you just gotta send it. You'll never know until you do it. And so it's like a bucket list item for me. It'll be a while before I stage dive, but when I get there,
it's up. So, like, you know, you talked about like albums coming up, stuff like that. But you got any shows coming up? You DJing any upcoming events?
Not as of right now.
We did yesterday.
Yeah, we just did yesterday for the Uptown All-Star event, which was fun. Looking to get more into that in Miami. I've just been moving and focused on finishing the album, so I ain't really been paying too much attention to that kind of stuff.
No, I feel it for sure. You definitely, bro, but like, you feel me? When you ready, let me know, cause bro, you feel me?
Yeah,
I definitely want to set some shit with you, bro. Get you on the show for sure, bro.
I love being on stage. It's like my favorite place in the world to like just get up there and like disappear in the act and this, you know, in the performance. I love performing.
No, I feel like it's just like, I feel like music is like a therapy. It's because, like, you feel me, it's a place where you can lose yourself, you feel me, let it go, and just put yourself all out there, you feel me, whether it's on the songs or when you're performing the songs, bro, or when people listen to it, they're like just understanding and then, like, you feel me, feeling what you're feeling on that same level. Because, like, Juice WRLD, for example, like, that's my favorite artist, you feel me, 999 shit. But, like, he's like, when I listen to his music, like, yeah, I wasn't popping pills and shit like that, but like some of the shit he was talking about, it hit me, and it hit me better than any artist or other artist. So, like, you know, it was like my therapy, like, you feel me, anytime I'm upset or anytime I'm mood, I'll put Juice on, bro, I'll be fucking fired, turned up, you feel me? So, like, it's just good always hearing good music. Like Sticks, he's another artist, like, you feel me, I fuck with heavy, I could, like, you feel me, be in a bad mood, listen to him, Sticks will turn me up, fucking Shum. And so it's just like, it's good having like mugs like that around and shit like that, you feel me? So what some advice would you give to upcoming artists?
I think just don't be afraid to fail. Like, you gotta try a lot of different stuff to find who you are and what your sound is. And then also, like, once you get past that, you gotta try and fail a lot to find who your audience is. You know what I mean? Because, like, even me and Tom, like, I hang out with Tom all the time. Sometimes he'll play me a song, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, and so it's not, you know what I mean? It happens though. Like, everybody's not gonna bang with everything. And so I think, like, to not put so much energy and effort into making everybody like something, and just being more concerned with putting yourself out there so that the people that do bang with what you're doing can find you. But, you know, there's obviously an element of fear to that, because, like, people are always like, oh man, like, if I put this song out and, you know, it only gets 12 views, like, you know, maybe your current followers aren't the ones who are liking that, but, you know, there's 8 billion people on the planet, bro. Like, if you do anything well enough, there's going to be somebody who resonates with it. And so I think it's more just about, like, not being afraid to be yourself and not being afraid of people seeing you trying. You know, I think there's a lot of, like, people think trying is corny in 2025 for some reason, and, like, bro, that's life. Like, you have to try, you know? No,
yeah, you gotta try, bro. You could never let life and obstacles stop you from doing anything in life, because you're just gonna be, you could be fuck around, sit there and be homeless and be fucked up, and or you could really have a life, like, put together. But you can't get that shit if you don't try.
Yeah. And it's really cliche too. But, like, they say, like, you either win or you learn. Like, there's no such thing as a or losing. You know what I mean? Like, so say you did put that song up and you got 12 views, like, it might, in the moment, it might feel like a loss, might feel like a failure, but you either learn something about, like, okay, I need to do this better on the next song, or I need to do this better with the next song when I market it. You know what I mean? Like, you can always be learning something from it. And so, you know, it's more about, like, a shifting of your perspective more than anything.
Nah, man, dropping gems, man. He's dropping gems for y'all for sure. So if everybody who don't follow you, because, you know, you got a good following so far, but for those who don't follow you, where can they find you on Instagram and shit?
Yeah, you can find me everywhere. Mace Tomlin, MAYCETOMLIN, on Instagram, Twitter, Apple. I'm Mace Tomlin. Spotify, Mace Tomlin. I'm on TikTok, Mace Tomlin, MAYCETOMLIN. Yeah, I'm on Letterboxd, but I won't give that to you.
What the fuck is Letterboxd?
You don't know about Letterboxd?
Nah, bro. What the fuck is that?
It's like Yelp for movies.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I had a little movie phase where I was watching movies. My homie Kate put me on. It's cool. I like it. Like, from a social perspective, like, to look at your favorite movies and see people, like, how other people react to it. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I'm about to go check that shit out. I ain't gonna lie.
It's smooth. It's my favorite social app right now, I think.
What? All right, now I'm definitely going to check out that shit for sure. But I appreciate y'all to, like, you know, coming down here and fucking with me, bro. I know you don't live here no more, so I appreciate you coming to the city,
sure.
bro.
Appreciate you having us, for sure.
Nah, for sure, bro. You already know we tapped in, and yeah, Heatindacity fam, we out.